Guys, my name is Nikolai Yusupov. In this video, I'm going to show you how to connect INOmax DSIR unit to the LTV-1200 ventilator. So I'll give it to my partner to hold. So here I have the LTV-1200 ventilator circuit. Right, so I'm going to open this up and I'm going to show you all the connection points. Right. So let's do this. So found our Y, found our tubing. Right, so this is the LTV-1200. You need this piece that goes here.
Can I open this?
And then you're gonna need your filter, bacterial filter, to connect. Right, the bacterial filter goes here. Right, everything is going to be connected on the inspiratory port. So this is the next part. This is the injector module directly from INOmax DSIR. It's going to be connecting like so, directly on our filter. Right. Once this portion is done, right, the next portion I'm going to show you is our LTV-1200 circuit. The long limb is the inspiratory limb. The long limb is going to be connecting like so, right, to the inspiratory module. And then these are the sense lines. They're color coded, right? So we're gonna go white to white, yellow to yellow, and then the last part is clear. So yellow, white, yellow, and make sure they actually sit well, so there's no air leakage, right? So our sense lines are connected. Now, just to orient you, the long limb is the inspiratory port. Everything is connected to it. The short limb is the expiratory port. Nothing is connected to it. The next part, what you're going to do is here we connect our capnography at the very tip, and then this is the only connections you're going to need. This is the 15 to 22 adapter, sample T line, and the corrugated tubing. You need 6 to 12 inches of the Y, and then you need 18 to 24 inches for the mixture of the nitric oxide. So this will be split over here. The corrugated tubing is going to come right by itself like this. It connects to the T piece and the 15 to 22 adapter like so. The corrugated tubing connects here, and this portion connects like so. So everything to trace out the long limb, filter, ejector module, inspiratory limb, 15 to 22 adapter, T piece, sense line, 6 to 12 inches of corrugated tubing. And this is our sample T, right, with the filter that's going to connect directly to the INOmax right here. This is how it's sensing how much nitric oxide the patient is getting. And then you have the injector module cables, right? You have the electrical cable, and you have the electrical cable is the one with the red dot. I'm holding it in my hand right here. And then you have the nitric oxide flow cable. It's right here. They connect directly to the unit 1 and 2, right? And usually I will take these off and I'm going to connect it to my IV pole, right, for the transport. The other important thing, this is our INO blender. I usually set it at the same nitric oxide level as the patient is set. So if it's 20 here, 20 here. If it's 30 here, 30 here. Usually we don't exceed 20. And then the next thing you're going to do is this part, right, the INO blender has to be, this is basically going to the BVM. And you need another high pressure, right, a regulator like this, right, in order to connect it. So in the back of it, right, if you come around, right, you'll see the I'll show you right now. So the INO blender has this oxygen tubing that's going to be connected to our oxygen tank. And then this is the nitric oxide tank. It's 800 parts per million. And you're going to need 2 of those for the transport for the patient. Right? So just to trace everything out so you guys can see. Right, filter, injector module, and the cable, electrical cable to the INOmax, the nitric oxide flow cable to the INOmax, right, following the inspiratory limb, right, inspiratory limb, the long limb, 15 to 22 adapter, T-piece sense line, 6 to 12 inches of corrugated tubing, right, at the end tip is end-tidal CO2 measurement. Everything is on inspiratory limb, nothing on the expiratory limb, right. This is the LTV-1200 connection. And I'll have another video for Hamilton T1 connection. The only thing you gotta remember is make sure for the emergency transport, the INO blender is connected right with the BVM. You cannot just give oxygen with the BVM to this patient has to be nitric oxide, otherwise they're going to have severe, profound pulmonary vasoconstriction. So you cannot just abruptly terminate nitric oxide flow. So the blender is a safety device. There's two safety devices. The one here that will automatically flow 250 ml per minute nitric oxide, and then the INOblender, which you set to the parameters for the nitric oxide here, and all you do is you dial the oxygen, right? 4 to 15 liters per minute, and that's how you lower. First few breaths of a BVM, just eliminate them, and then connect the BVM like you would to the ET tube and ventilate them.